evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 8 of 10 in the chase for that 2012 Bob Earl Racing Seat valued at almost $400. It is ETV Live Online Auto Sports Entertainment Network coverage of race number 8 from the Lone Star State of Texas, Texas Motor Speedway, and of course, we are live from Fort Worth, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Go Cowboys! Even though they had a tough loss to the Falcons last night. It's ETV Live's coverage of racing. It is the RSR Full Throttle Cup Series. We've got a great field, over 30-plus drivers of racing talent in the house tonight. They're on the racetrack qualifying right now as we speak. And I'll tell you what, let's throw it right now in the booth as we get set to get things started. Michael Keaton and Dakota Rose now. Let's, Dakota Ehrman, I'm sorry. Justin, I was thinking of Justin, folks. Justin going through some hard times. Justin Rhodes now getting some personal issues and whatnot going on, and he has stepped away from the ETV family. So whatever he's going through, our thoughts and prayers are with him. But now, the race must go on, as they always say. To the booth we go to get things started. I'll be ready for play-by-play at green flag. Michael Keaton and Dakota Ehrman. Guys, take it away.
Well, Dakota, Martinsville was a fun track, the paperclip, as some may call it. And Landon Huffman, your points leader, finishing third last week at Martinsville, so escaping a treacherous track, and Parker Kligerman picking up the victory there. What a great race, Dakota.
Yeah, and R.J. Williams able to sneak away in second. Remember, he is about third in the points, and he's a guy to watch out for. I mean, R.J. Williams sneaking up there. Parker Kligerman, his first ever start in RSR, and he's already, knocking away after he led 197 laps last week. That's just incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And Guy Snyder, who's sitting second in points right now, he's 50 points behind Huffman. He finished 12th last week. He really needed a better finish, but hey, he said he'd take it. 12th is where he ended up. And as you mentioned, R.J. Williams sitting third. He's 53 points behind the leader, 3 behind Guy Snyder. So R.J. with a chance to climb into second spot tonight if all things go his way. And Chad Cole, Dakota, let's talk about Chad Cole, sitting fourth in points last week. What a struggle, man.
Yeah, and I think this is not the first week that he's just had a problem where he is just bad luck. I mean, it's been the last few weeks I've actually talked to him, and I mean, 26th last week, not a good finish for him. He was involved in an incident very early and actually finished 56 laps down, but was able to keep the car out and track in the end. But, I mean, this is just a bad few weeks for him. I mean, he's already told me he's basically sitting out. He's not looking at points anymore. He's just out to have fun. He can't even make it to Homestead.
And then John Abbott, too, is fifth in the points right now. Finished fifth last week in Martinsville. Good top 5 for him. Although John Abbott looking for that first win of the season. Can he get it here tonight at Texas? We'll find out. Jay Horton sitting sixth in your points right now. He finished 23rd last week. Joseph Hayes, 7th. Tied with Horton, 111 points behind the leader. He finished 19th last week. And to round out the top 10, Dakota, David Lanza finishing 8th. In the points right now, finishing 4th last week. Adam Roberts not making the start. And Doug Roth, who finished just outside the top 10 in the race last week at Martinsville, although securing the 10th place in the points as it stands. Dakota, pit road's going to be pretty fun here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway, the Great American Race, as some may call it. 135 laps set here for tonight's event.
And I'll tell you what, they're going to make more than 2 stops, 60 laps we're looking at on the fuel, and handling really loose on throttle, so we're watching these guys to be sliding around, maybe a few wrecks due to that. And I've been talking to a few of these guys, and I mean, Landon Huffman's saying he's got to take care of his tires early on. He doesn't really want to, burn up the right rear and be sliding the rest of the race. But Guy Snyder, Chad Cole, they told me the exact opposite. They're here to go for it. Guy Snyder actually looking for the big W's. It's always going for, and Chad Cole and looking here, as I said earlier, for fun. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting tonight. To see who can get up there and who can, challenge to see if Parker Kligerman can be back up there. Landon Huffman saying he's going up front. That's his goal. If he gets wrecked, he gets wrecked. So everything looking interesting. But I believe we're going to step away and throw it to the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you back here to Texas Motor Speedway as we get ready to rock and roll here tonight from the round number 8 of that race for that Bob Earl Racing seat valued at almost $349, and that quest gets underway. Let's take a look at your starting lineup as these drivers get ready to go 135 laps around Texas Motor Speedway. Row number 1 on the pole, quickest in qualifying, attaining a speed of 28.819 seconds. It's Landon Huffman, the points leader. To his outside, Steve Ritter with a great qualifying run. He'll start second.
Dwayne Vincent in that 13 machine going to roll off in the second row tonight. Third place, R.J. Williams, your third guy in points, rolling off fourth.
Row number 3, Rick Fouts to the 78 car. To his outside, the DeWalt Ford of the Chad Cole entry. He'll start sixth.
John Hanna Jr. rolling off seventh in the number 6 machine, and in the 45th, rolling off eighth, Kel Dresbeck.
Field beginning to roll now as we get ready to get ever so closer to the start of this race. Row number 5, starting ninth, the Deuce, the number 2 of Ronnie Potts. At his outside, number 4, C.J. LeVere.
Starting 11th in the number 10 machine, John Abbott looking for that first win of the season. Nathan Little outside him in 12th.
Continuing on with row number 7, Parker Kligerman, winner last week at Martinsville in race 7 of the chase for the RSR. He'll start 13th in that Jack Daniels 07 car, and to his outside, Jay Horton in the 83. He'll make up outside row 7 and 14th.
And the 27 Chevrolet rolling off 15th, Guy Snyder second in points. Going to need a big night tonight to catch Huffman. Justin M. Wilson rolling off 16th beside him.
Row number 9. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Row number 9 ready to go. It is going to be starting 17th, the 44, the Rhinestone Cowboy, Glenn Campbell. To his outside, 18th, the number 25, Chad Schilling.
Jonathan Cadell rolling off 19th tonight in that 26 machine. To his right, John Milwayne in the 22.
Rolling on to number 11, starting 21st to 12, with Douglas Wyatt. And to his outside, teammate with Mr. R.J. Williams in the 65 ETV Live Radio entry. It's Ed Williams Jr. He'll start 22nd.
And the last two guys, time for tonight's event at Texas, the 88 machine rolling off 23rd. That's Adam Roberts. And to his outside, West, Doug Roth in the 43.
Row number 13 now, drivers that did not qualify, but they'll start at the back, the 91. Steve Gottschalk, he'll start 25th. Brian Hartford of the 01, he'll start 26th.
Rolling off 27, 32 machine, Rich Jett to his right, White Wolf Jr.
Row number 15, the 85, and Nathan Bowers at his outside. Starting 30th in a 69 car, Joseph Hayes.
David Lanza going to start in 31st tonight in a 33 machine. To his outside, Patrick Hawhey in the 56.
And we're getting closer and closer to that green flag, Wyatt Wolf, as the field now begins to roll on the pace lap. Patrick Hahey, again, he mentioned him. Wyatt Wolf will start 33rd. Inside, row number 17 to his outside, Stephen Herring. And that's your full field rundown to the 34 charter members of the Fraternal Order of Go Fast, ready to giddy up and gallop around a mile and a half at Texas Motor Speedway. Sunny skies, 78 degrees, north wind blowing at 2 miles per hour as we get ready to drop the green rag on 135 laps of racing. Before we come to the start, let's go to pit road real quick and get thoughts from our all-star ETV radio pit crew. We'll kick it off first with Dakota Ehrman.
Okay, just heard from me. I'm basically watching for everybody to be careful. Coming off these corners are really, really loose, and they're going to be really easy on the throttle. Don't want to burn those tires up, but they're going to be sliding for a while, Josh.
Yeah, it's the same report that I got from them. It's going to be a really, really, really loose race car through this race. We'll just have to watch out, see if they can control it and make adjustments.
Everybody ready to go down on pit road. That's Joshua Harbison and Dakota Ehrman. You'll be hearing them throughout the action as we get ready to go here. As that Ford Mustang pace car, lights are off. It begins to accelerate from the field. Here comes the field down to the double dog leg. Pace car gets ready to make that left-hand turn and pull onto pit road. The front row, Landon Huffman, Steve Ritter, and the RSR Full Throttle Cup Series round number 8 comes to the green flag. We're underway, and a great start by Huffman. He'll lead them down through the dog leg into turn number 1. Half a car length of Ritter as they go into turn 1 into 2.
Like you said, Huffman with a great start there, Wes. He's in turn 2 right now. Steve Ritter's on his back door a little bit. Give him a little room. Landon Huffman, points leader, leading the charge down the backstretch in 3.
And we understand one thing that was talked about was a lot of crashes over the practice session. Now it's time for the real song and dance. as they now make their way down into turn number 3. Up to the bank, down to the dog leg. Put one lap on the board. We're clean and green in Texas. Huffman, Ritter, Vince, Williams, Fouts, top 5 as negotiate 1.
So far, so good. Everyone being real patient, not seeing a lot of passing going on. Single file beginning to develop early on here at Texas. Like Dakota and Josh mentioned, loose off the turns, give people room, and you'll have a good clean race as Huffman rounds 4.
Great battle going on for that number position on the racetrack. That's going to be for 13th and 14th. Parker Kligerman on the racetrack of that 07 Jack Daniels car, trying to pull down on the number 2 of Ronnie Potts. Out the stripe as they'll come to the line this time by as they exit out of turn number 1. Give it to Potts on the outside lane. Kligerman's got a wingman, Top Gun style. Goose is Chad Cole to the outside, down to the inside as they go into turn 3.
Kligerman trying to hang on to that position down low. Meanwhile, like you mentioned, Ronnie Potts stuck on the outside. Chad Cole now begins to work underneath him. He'll have the position coming off 4.
And they come back to the stripe. It's Ronnie Potts one more time, and now he'll lose that momentum on Chad Cole to the outside lane. Now he'll be under attack by the number 10 car. Excuse me, the 97 and Nathan Little. Little now trying to run down Cole. Now Cole's got Kligerman in front of him. That battle continues to heat up, and now they go single file down the backstretch as they head to turn 3 with still Huffman leading out of 4.
Kligerman looking to the inside of C.J. LeVere. He's in the white Nationwide Chevrolet that you see out to his right down the tri-oval. Kligerman trying to get that 8th position taken over. Not easy to do here, Wes. And like Dakota mentioned, these turns real tricky when you're down low. You really want to come up out of the corner. Kligerman so far being able to do that. Fine job so far.
Let's go to pit road to our ETV Live Radio All-Star Pit Crew. I'll tell you what, Dakota Ehrman, a lot more exciting racing clean in the early going. I know they were talking about wrecking-like racing during practice.
Yeah, guys, it's really about who can take care of the car right now. A lot of these guys are, kind of taking care of it. They're not trying to spin out. They're being easy in the throttle. I think that's paying off for them. But I think when you see restarts later on, it's going to get really crazy because they're going to try to get the throttle a little bit harder because they're racing so much harder for position that they're going to just turn the car around by accident in front of the whole field.
Absolutely early in the going. Landon Huffman still out in front. Now we got a battle going on for that number 2 spot as here comes Dwayne Vincent. The orange and black silver 13. Dwayne trying to pull down on the 16 of Steve Ritter. Ritter's had an up and down run in the chase. Now he's under attack for the 2nd spot. The bridesmaids position up for grabs. Vincent to the inside. Now he'll fail single file out of 3.
I'm really impressed the way that Dwayne Vincent is getting that car into the turns. He gets a little bit of ground made up on Ritter there in the turns, but he just can't quite get it off the turn, and that's where the trickery is, Wes. Coming off the turns, you got to stay in the throttle, but you got to be easy at the same time, and it's so early here at Texas. These guys are trying to get into the rhythm.
Absolutely, and that'll fan back out single file. Nobody will break out of that position on the racetrack, and looks like everybody right now pretty comfortable with the position they're at, but right now it's heating up again. Ronnie Potts trying to make a run in on Nathan Little. That for position number 9, and 45 Dale Drasback also caught up in that mix. Man, they are slicing and dicing. Just a moment ago, Ronnie Potts put the bumper to Nathan Little, ran him up the racetrack. C.J. LeVere ready to capitalize on that move. Now there's contact between the 10 and the 52. That's on the racetrack as well. On the speedway, they flash across the flag stand. It's hot, it's heated, it's racing at Texas, but nobody's locked in front yet to put out the yellow.
Yeah, John Abbott being shown in the 13th position right now. Guy Snyder directly behind him, going to look underneath. Guy Snyder second in points, Wes. You got your first in points guy up there, Landon Huffman leading this thing. Guy Snyder's sitting here in the catbird seat, if you will, 15th place on the track. He's got a lot of ground to make up tonight.
Absolutely, and I got it backwards there. Talking 25, 52 Chad Schilling. That's who it is, the 25 car. I said 52 Chad Schilling. Now they're going to go 3 wide as here comes Guy Snyder, the 4th. The meat and the sandwich, the hot dog between the buns for just a moment. Now he'll try to be wingman with John Abbott in that Carolina Blue Dodge entry on the outside lane. Schilling gets pushed up the racetrack for the 4th. 4th goes up high, and I'll tell you what, we talked about this in the early going. If these guys do not put out a good race here tonight at Texas, and if Huffman pulls away like he is right now, I think it's safe to call him champion. Their leader is off into turn number 3.
Caution out on the speedway here at Texas Motor Speedway. The number 43 machine at 23rd spot, Doug Rolfe, and the 01 machine getting together. That's Brian Hartford, and he took an E-ticket ride, Wes. multiple times flipping over end in turn one.
Yeah, caution on display. That's going to be the first yellow flag of the race. We're on lap number 11. We just passed double digits, so to speak, on lap number 10 now. Working lap number 11 for completion. And the yellow flag flies over the speedway. The retro STP colors of the STP Oil Treatment 43 of Doug Roth. And, of course, the 91 car also caught up in that deal. Steve Gottschalk. There was another driver, I believe, that had some damage as well. Oh, man, we got the 88 of Adam Roberts. He's also caught up in that wreck as he is spun and trying to get down to pit road. I believe Brian Harper also might have had a little caught up in that incident. But nonetheless, who is coming to pit road? Who's staying on? Who's staying off? Looks like Steve Gottschalk's on the pit road. Let's go down real quickly and find out what that Nerf 91 Chevy Impala is going to do. Heavy smoke from the rear end of that car, Joshua Harmonson.
Yeah, the crew's going to take a look under the hood, see if they can do anything to get that smoke to stop, or if they even have a car to run with. They're just going to be working on it and trying to get it, at least turn some laps in here for the race is over.
Absolutely, and of course they need to drop that jack and get him down quickly away. Other cars are coming on the pit road. Wow, it's the whole field ready to go. I cannot believe this early in the going. The field comes on the pit road. Let's go first to Joshua Harmonson.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm going to watch Landon Huffman. He comes in, he's going to get 4 tires and fuel. His complaining his a little bit loose like everybody else. They're going to do an air pressure adjustment and send him on his way.
Dakota Ehrman.
Gas Snyder in the 27 actually opting to stay out there, guys, so he will not come down for 4 tires. Dwayne Vincent coming down 4 tires and fuel, and he is away.
And here comes the race off pit road. Who will it be first? Looks like Landon Huffman is the leader still right now, according to telemetry. But wow, I'll tell you what, looks like Steve Ritter beat him out there. Steve Ritter got him at the line. Coming to pit road in a 16, trying to turn what's been a dismal season around in the chase and missing the chase after that wreck at Richmond with